Alright, first one, alright. Function f of x is x squared plus bx plus c is graphed to the right. Use f of 0 to find the value of c. Well, you can see that x changes to 0. Yeah? Now, where is x equal to 0? When x is equal to 0, when the input is 0, the output is minus 3. So what you need to do here is you need to write down f of 0 equals minus 3. F of 0 is 0 squared plus b times 0 plus c. This equals minus 3. C therefore is minus 3. You happy enough with that? Who got minus 3 is the first part? Okay, well done. Use the graph to find another equation in B and C. Use this equation and the value for C found in part 1 to answer the value of part B. Is there any other points that we know on this graph for sure?
Yes.
Minus 3, 0. Okay? When the input is minus 3, what's the output? 0. Okay? And when said with such enthusiasm, you can't go wrong. Now, what's happening next, guys, is we're going to do f of minus 3. F of minus 3 equals minus 3 squared plus bx, so b times minus 3, and c is also minus 3. And what's the output? The output is going to be, what does it equal? 0. 9 minus 3b minus 3 equals 0. Bring the 3b over the other side. We're going to get 6 equals 3b. b therefore equals 6 divided by 3, which is 2. b equals 2. Okay. Using the values of b and c, solve the equation x squared plus bx plus c to find the coordinates of the point D. D is where it cuts D. Which axis? D. X axis. The y value is the output, the x value is the input. Okay, just remember that. Y value is output, x value is input. Here's our function. F of x, it equals x squared plus 2x minus 3. What is the output when it crosses the okay, gotta explain this a bit better. Do you see this equation here? Okay, do you see the equation we started off with, and do you see the equation it's given us now? What is the difference?
Equals 0.
F of x is replaced with 0, isn't it? What does f of x equals 0 mean? Output is 0. We already have one answer, don't we? When the output is 0, the input is minus 3. But there's going to be another answer that's over here. And we have to figure out when its output is 0, what is the input? Are we expecting it to be a positive answer or a negative answer?
Positive.
How do you know?
It's the opposite side.
It's opposite side. So let's see what happens. It all equals 0. Use the reference number. Reference number is?
Minus 3.
Minus 3. Break it up into 2 brackets because it's the easy reference number. And what's that going to be? It's going to be plus 3 and? Minus 1. And then what we're going to get is plus 3 minus 1. Then we're going to get x minus 1 equals 0. X equals 1. Or x plus 3 equals 0. X equals minus 3. So the answers are minus 3 and 1. Happy enough with that? Okay. So what is the point D, anybody? Point D? Coordinates of point D is going to be? That's minus 3 there. This one must be 1, 0. The coordinates are 1, 0. Who got that one now? Ian. What we're going to be doing here is the functions f and g are defined as follows. f of x equals x squared plus 1, g of x equals ax plus b, where a, b, e are constants. Okay, so it says f of 0 equals g of 0. What does that mean we do with f of x? How do we get f of 0, lads? Input is 0. Replace x's with zeros. And our answer is 1. What about g of 0? G of 0 is a times 0 plus b. G of 0 is b, because a times 0 is 0 plus b. Okay, now we know that f of 0 equals g of 0. This means that b is g of 0 and 1 is f of 0. This means b equals 1. Okay? Now we know that b equals 1. Happy enough with that? Who got b equals 1? Okay, a couple of you. Okay, now that we know that b equals 1, we go to our next source of information. Our next source of information is g of 2 equals 15. So g of x equals ax plus 1. G of 2 basically means replace your input with 2, so it's going to be a times 2 plus 1, which is 2a plus 1. And what's the output of g of 2? What's the output of g of 2? 15, thank you. Bring over the 1, comes a minus 1. 2a equals 14, a equals 7. How many people got that right for number 13? That's good, good turnout, right? Now, what are we on, 14? Okay, just give me a sec. Number 14. The diagram shows the part of a graph of the function x squared plus bx plus c. The named couples are elements of the function. Find the values of b and c. What does it mean, couples of the function? What does that mean? If your input is 0, your output is, anybody? If the input is 0, what's the output? And second one, if the input is the output minus 3. That's basically what's asking you. Okay? Find the values of b and c. Okay, let's do input of 0. How do you do input of 0? F of 0 equals 0 squared plus b times 0 plus c. And when the input is 0, the output is minus 2. Therefore, c has to equal minus 2. C is minus 2. Now, let's do f of, anybody? F of what? F of 1. When the input is 1, what's the output? It's going to be 1 squared plus b times 1. What did we say c was? Minus 2. And the output of that is going to be minus 3. Then go down, we're going to get 1 plus b minus, send the minus 2 over the other side. Actually not yet, so we'll do it in a second. 1, what's 1 minus 2? 1 minus 2, anybody? Minus 1. Send minus 1 over the other side, it becomes plus 1. B therefore equals minus 2. Shh, lads, minus 2, okay? So B is minus 2. You happy enough with that? So the graph is going to be, what is the graph? Okay guys, in the next one, okay, 2y is a point on the graph. If it's on the graph, it means it obeys the function. This means that the input is, what's the input? The input is 2 and the output is?
Y.
Y. So we have to find out what f of 2 is. We have to find the output. So replace x with 2. B is what, guys? What's B again? Minus 2, isn't it? So we're going to replace this function here. F of x is the function x squared minus 2x minus 2. Replace it with x2 squared minus 2 times 2 minus 2. We're going to get 4 minus 4 minus 2. All of this equals the output y. The output y is going to be minus 2. Many people got y equals minus 2. Okay, good proportion of the class that time. Well done. Okay guys, number 15. Okay, number 15. This one here. Now, find the coordinates of A and B. What can you tell us about the output of A and B? What do we know about the output of A and B? What I mean by the output is the y value. What is the y value of A and B?
0.
How did you know it was 0? Because it's on the x-axis. Y is always 0 on the x-axis. This means the output is 0. What's a different word for y? A different way of saying y is f of x. F of x is y. Because y is the output, f of x is the output. Okay? Now what are we going to do? We're going to find out what input gives an output of 0. So put it equal to 0 and solve. Oscar, what's the reference number?
6.
This one here. Grab some minus 3 and that needs to break up into?
Minus 2.
No.
I mean,
Plus 3 minus 1 to give you your plus 2 in the middle. So you're going to have x plus 3, x minus 1 equals 0. Then we're going to have x plus 3 equals 0. X equals minus 3 or x equals 1. Now what does that mean for this above? This one here is B is minus 3, 0, A is 1, 0. Now we only have one point left to find. What's the point we have left to find?
0 something.
C. It's 0 something. Brian is dead right. What's the input this time? The input is 0. We want to find what the output is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to replace f. We're going to replace all x's with zeros. 0 squared plus 2 times 0 minus 3. And what does that equal?
Minus 3.
Minus 3. So the output is minus 3. Alright. Who got that one out? Let's have a look here. What is f of 3? F of 3? Come on guys, indulge me. What's f of 3? What does that mean?
The input's 3.
Replace x's with 3. And what do we get? No. Do the square first. Bomb that. Indices before multiplication. 2 times
18.
9, which is 18. Well done, Brad. Okay. What about g of 1? 3 times 1 minus 1, which is 3 minus 1, 2. What about g of a third? G of a third? 3 times a third minus 1. And what do we get? 1 minus 1, which is 0. Okay. Now that's done. What we're going to do next is we're going to do the last part here. What is f of 3, guys? We're just after getting it. What is f of 3? This part here. 18 equals. Do we know what k is? Leave k alone, so. And do we know what g of 1 is? So 18 equals k times 2. This means 18 equals 2k. This makes k How many people got that one? Okay.